In Chapter 2 of Poppy Playtime, we meet many new characters, such as Mommy Longlegs, Bunzo Bunny, and one character in particular who I want to focus on, PJ-Pug-a-Pillar. And the reason I bring him up is because he somehow managed to not be killed by Mommy Longlegs, when in the first two games, she killed both Bunzo and the mini Huggies, most likely for failing to kill us. And what's even more important is the fact that because he survived, it's possible we might end up seeing him in Chapter 5 of Poppy Playtime. So what could have happened that led to him surviving? The first theory is that Mommy Longlegs straight up didn't care that he was alive. And the reason I say this is because in the first two games, Mommy sees us complete them, where she would then tell us to go to the next game. However, with statues, she rigged the game with no possible way out, until we managed to find a handle that led us through a window which allowed us to survive. And when she realized that we were no longer there, she was absolutely furious. And the reason she would be so mad is because once we entered the room, the gate closed behind us, and with no possible exit, Mommy would have expected PJ to kill us no matter what. And because she was both surprised and frustrated at the same time, this could have led to her either not wanting to kill PJ or just straight up forgetting. Because when she kills the first two, it's usually a little after each game. When we first beat Musical Memory, we make our way through a vent, but it's only after a little bit of time that we hear Mommy kill Bunzo. And when we beat Whack-a-Wuggy, it's pretty much the exact same thing. And so, with Mommy being too distracted with us managing to escape, she could have forgotten that PJ was still in the room and went to try and find us. And because we saw her going crazy, I wouldn't be surprised that she managed to forget things easily, which could be a result of her multiple personality disorder, because throughout the entire chapter, we hear Mommy switch between two personalities, or maybe even three. The first is one that's very excited to see us and ready for us to play the games. The second is angry at us and always disappointed when we manage to beat the games. And the reason I said maybe three is because it's possible that when Mommy gets angry at us, this could either be a third personality or just the second personality going crazy. And if you don't think that she has multiple personalities but she's just changing her emotions, listen to this clip here and you'll see what I mean. So if she had multiple personalities, then she could have easily forgotten that PJ was still alive when she switched to being angry. But another theory is that PJ managed to escape, because although she was surprised that we managed to survive in the game, between her yelling at us and the next time we see her is way more than enough time to kill PJ. As with the other toys that she killed, it seems to have only taken her a few minutes, probably seconds. And although Mommy Longlegs is incredibly strong and could kill us with just one hand, PJ's got her beat in speed by far. In fact, PJ has literal airplanes beat, because in the third game, the rules are that we only have to move when the music is playing and when the lights are off. But if we keep moving while the lights are on, PJ moves faster than a bullet train to kill us. I'm serious, bro. How in the world does this dude run so fast? He's pretty much got 1,000 legs and 700 pounds of body body weight, and yet he is still the fastest character this factory has ever seen, which tells us that PJ was going easy on us in order to follow the rules of the game. However, if Mommy would have tried to kill him, he could have easily ran for his life and hid somewhere. But the third theory is that Mommy still needed PJ alive, and although this one seems to be weak, with how Mommy tried to chase us in the end of the game, she could have been keeping PJ as a backup, because after the first 3 games, Mommy plays a 4th game of hide and seek with us, and after successfully hiding from her the first 2 times, she led us down a chase similar to the one with Huggy in chapter 1, completely abandoning the rules of hide and seek. And so if she failed to kill us here, she could have told PJ to come kill us, because his immense speed would have meant that we died pretty much instantly. But because we managed to find a working grinder at the end of chapter 2, Mommy Longlegs was then killed and would have no way to talk to PJ or tell him to come and kill us. But you might be thinking, we saw PJ on the shrine that Catnap was worshipping. Well, it turns out that there are actually 2 PJ-Pug-a-Pillars. In the video that showed Braun and what happened to him, we see that he was eventually put in the same room as the other toys. However, all of the other toys looked at him differently, most likely being able to tell that he was a full-grown adult rather than an orphan. Or they could have even remembered that he was an employee at Playtime Co. And due to the way that Playtime treated their experiments, they could have given him the same treatment back, as Boxy Boo tried to kill him. But if you look carefully, right before Boxy tries to attack Braun, you can see that Braun looked at 2 different parts of the room, both of which containing a PJ-Pug-a-Pillar. And so the PJ, which we never met, was most likely turned into an extra part of the prototype shrine. Meanwhile, the PJ that we know managed to flee from Mommy Longlegs and hide somewhere. But where could he have gone? Both the entrance and exit were blocked off, and the only other way to go was through the window, which means that if PJ left the room, he would have to follow the exact same path that we took, which could have led him right back to the game station, which might actually have been a bad thing, because we see on the Catnap shrine Mommy Longlegs' arm and Bunzo Bunny. And so if either Catnap or the prototype made a sweep of the game station and all of its games, PJ would have either been killed, or it's possible that he'll be released on us again in a future chapter. And if I see this dude running at 500 miles per hour, I'm just uninstalling the game immediately. But what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching, subscribe, and click on this video right here.